ಒಂದು ಮಿನಿಟ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕೇರಿಯಸ್ಟ್ ನೈಟ್
पूरा एडवेंचर awesome awesomest craziest ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಭಾರಿ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಆಮೇಲೆ the most adventurous
You are probably wondering why everyone is reacting like that. Let me give you some context. This chomu looking guy is me. I just finished my last day at work, I have no job in pipeline, and the weekend job interview got postponed. So when my friend planned a trip and asked me to join, I impulsively said yes. Now these two are Sai Prasad and Ishwar. They heard my plan and decided to join me and suggested that we go on bikes. None of us had a bike made for touring, so we had to borrow MJ's bike, but we were still short of one bike. This is where Ganesh comes into picture. He ditched an office ceremony where he would have got a jacket and joined us. Within just 2 hours, we, the Mr. Impulsives Club, got ready and started our journey at 12 midnight. Helmet and raincoats are all the gears we had. We even brought a water bottle which we forgot to fill. Did I mention it was orange alert in Karnataka? Yeah, we rode for around 10 hours in heavy rain every now and then. I also lost my cell phone to rain. This is the guy who initiated the trip but couldn't make it. This is Nitin, Amit and Akshay who came in car from Bijapur. And this is Akash, Manisha and Lakshmi who boarded a bus from Hyderabad. We all were supposed to meet in Belgaum, but as we were late and had our own vehicles, the rest of the team decided to go ahead and meet us directly at destination. They shared this info with us by two means. First being a message to my cell phone, which died in rain. Second being a call to Ishwar, who did not understand a thing but said yes anyway. Now, the other team got stuck in traffic and in Ghat with no network coverage. And we had no clue about their heading and started searching and calling for them in Belgaum. But it was just waste of efforts. That brings us to Ishwar's brother Kishore, who studies in Belgaum. He gave us shelter in his hotel until we figure out our team's heading. Just when we were losing all our hopes, we got a call from them and finally got the update. And now,
after a lot of struggles and rainy
ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತಿ ಅದು ಆಗತೈತಿ ಅನ್ಸತೈತಿ
ಆಗತ್ಲೆ ನಾ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರೋ
ಏ ಭೈ
ಈಗ ಆಗತ್ತದು
okay after a lot of efforts struggles and very stormy night we are here. This is Kishore guys. This was like Kishore's hostel, so he has given us shelter when we had nothing on our head. So we are always thankful to him.
Ishwar
We
bhai
are
version
now
2
heading to Mollem.
oh yes
Yeah, we are
I'm afraid
He is scared. So let's see what turns
out to be
yes
the most memorable days of her life and some serious guys out there
after learning the team's location, we had our lunch in Nia's Biryani and started riding towards Doodhsagar Spa Resorts in Mollem.
Mollem formula
He is riding very crazy today.
we have never seen him drive like this. He's driving crazy.
Driving crazy and
Gadiba
I'm a
is
bit
so
scared.
crazy. Exactly how I drive, girls.
After a beautiful ride, when we were just 2 kilometers away from our friends, the police fined us for not having RC on MJ's bike. We finally reached the resort and joined the other team. We had lunch, played a lot of games, chilled in rain, and had the best sleep ever. The next day, we were supposed to get ready by 7 to start the guided Doodhsagar trek, but we overslept and got ready at 11 and decided to trek on our own.
ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋ ಸ್ಲೋಮೋ ಮಾಡತ್ತೀನಿ ನಾ ಮೊದಲೇ ಸ್ಲೋಮೋ ಮಾಡತ್ತೀನಿ ತೀರಾ ಸ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡತ್ತೀನಿ.
By the time we started our trek, it was already 1 pm.
Kilometer. Yay! Katni. After all this journey, we finally met these people and now we are heading to Doodhsagar on these beautiful tracks. 10 people are here. क्या हो मुकुम बिड़ो बाजू खुद बिड़ो ले लिया था
ಅದು ನೋಡಿ 2 ಲೋನ್ ಕಪ್ ನೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು
so we are heading to Doodhsagar and we'll catch you there reaching there.
The point where we parked and started the trek was Kulem station. While we were coming on the vehicles, we crossed the police checkpoint. The officer stopped us and asked where we were headed. When we said Doodhsagar Falls, these were their exact words.
The trek is dangerous to start this late. Be careful. You all go there full of excitement, but we are the ones who have to pull out and carry the bodies when things go wrong.
As if that wasn't enough,
ದೂರ ದೂರ ಸರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಸರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಏ ನಡಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಸಣ್ಣಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ
ತಡಿ
this train just stopped in front of us and the TC came out to warn not to proceed further as it is not safe. Also, there is a fine of 2000 rupees with possible 2 years imprisonment. We said we won't proceed. Waited for the train to pass, but proceeded anyway. As we continued on the 12-kilometer trek, we came across a stunning train tunnel of about 100 meters long. It looked straight out of a movie, but inside it was pitch dark and some maintenance work was going on. We turned on our flashlights and stepped in, only to spot shit droppings here and there. So we started walking off the tracks. But then, one of the tunnel workers said,
Watch out for the snakes. Stick to the center.
and we quickly got back on the tracks. As we kept walking, the light at the end of the tunnel started turning into a beautiful scenery. We rushed towards it and started taking our pictures. I had to carry Nitin for a while as he claimed to be bitten by a snake, which I clearly saw was just a leech.
कम लोग इधर देखो ए बिस्तरो we did it we did it Ishwar boy we did it
this part
oh yes ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಸ್ತ್ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಗೊತ್ತ
ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಟಾಗ್ತೀನಿ ಬೆಳಗಾವ್ನಾಗ ನಾ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ
After nearly 5 hours of walking, there it was, the stunning Doodhsagar Falls. In that moment, every hardship, every drop of rain, and every cramp in our legs, it all felt worth it. But little did we know this journey was going to take a dark turn soon. We were supposed to take the last passenger train back. It arrived, but instead of stopping, the driver casually filmed us from the engine while the cops on board stared at us with pure rage. And just like that, the last train was gone. No network, no backup plan, just us stranded. The sun was dipping fast. All our phones were dead except two, which were low on battery. We decided to walk back to the last station we crossed, called Sonalium, which was 4 kilometers away. Somewhere on that lonely track, a single engine passed us from the opposite direction. Its warm halogen light in the fog looked strangely beautiful, but it didn't stop either. Me and Ishwar went ahead to scout the path. That's when we heard it. A whistle. It sounded human, but there was no one around. It was probably a bird, but it kept following us. That's when the fear really crept in. Finally, we reached Sonalium, which was more of an operations cabin than a real station. The station master lived alone. He told us,
There's a goods train coming in about an hour. I'll request the driver to stop, and that's your only shot.
so there we sat, on a stone bench in rain, while leeches started sucking on us. The station master gave us salt to peel them off. We were shivering both from cold and from the fear. 1 hour later, the goods train finally came, but it didn't stop at the station either. It went half a kilometer ahead and halted. The station master turned to us and said,
जा सिमरन जा जा जी ले अपनी जिंदगी
and we started running like our lives depended on it. Because this time, they probably did. Everyone sprinted, but Lakshmi and Manisha started falling behind. I turned to Sai and yelled, "Kammo to unko उठा सकता है क्या?" He stopped running and looked at me with pure disappointment in me. We finally reached the train and hopped on the last and open compartment. No lights, no seats, but the moment we climbed, we broke down with laughter, relief, and some even cried. As we were finally safe, we asked the TC to stop the train at Kulem station. It was so dark, we couldn't even see each other's faces, even though we were right next to each other. All we could feel was the rain and the rumble of train. Then suddenly, the train stopped, and few people started finding something with a flashlight. When we asked, the TC said there is a tiger. Not sure if he was joking, but we were like, dude, we are in an open compartment. Thankfully, the train started moving again after a few minutes. And just when we thought this journey couldn't surprise us more, we saw them. Thousands of fireflies, lighting up the forest like stars in dark. It felt like magic, like nature's way of saying, you made it. We finally reached Kulem. Soaked, drained, half broken, but very, very alive.
TV2ಗೆ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಈ ದೂದ್ಸಾಗರ್ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಏನೇನಾಗಿತ್ತು ನಾ ಏನೂ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮಿನಿಟು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಕೇರಿಯಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಿಪ್, ಅಡ್ವೆಂಚರಸ್ ಟ್ರಿಪ್.
We halted in Belgaum for the night and took the next day off, and everyone started heading back to where they came from, except me, jobless, phoneless, but refreshed and alive. I headed back to my hometown Bijapur with fresh perspectives, with Nitin, Amit and Akshay.
ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ಲೆಸ್ ಅನ್ಬೇಕು, ಇದೇನು ಬೇಕು. ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಸಮೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರೇಜಿಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು, ಬಾಕೆಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ ಏನನ್ಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಸಮ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಡ್ವೆಂಚರಸ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರೋ ಟ್ರೈನ್.
Few takeaways from these trips are: listen to when authorities warn you. They are not trying to spoil the fun, they have just seen things. Adventure is great, but be cautious. And being on time never hurt anyone. We came back with stories, scars, and soaked clothes. But most importantly, we we came back. And this was the trip that got me into riding, and I hope I did justice with the story. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe if you are new. Thank you for watching.